When the main South Wales Railway reached Kidwelly in 1852, it found that the town and its hinterland already had local railways and tramways opened up by various small companies. The tramway system in the silica and limestone quarries had been working for some time. The Great Western Railway's chief engineer, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, working to a broad gauge of 7.25 feet, constructed a bridge to cross the Gwendraeth River near Kidwelly Quay. The present bridge is made of steel, but Brunel's original bridge was built mostly of timber. We are not aware of any existing images of this first bridge, but perhaps we can assume that it was similar in construction to this main line bridge crossing the Lacha estuary. The only difference being that the Kidwelly wooden bridge had near its centre an iron framework. Possibly this iron framework was a device to swing or elevate the structure to allow tall ships to pass through. Brunel favoured the 7.25 broad gauge because, according to him, trains would be able to run faster and safer. Plans were drawn and work commenced, but later the investors realized that the financial cost of constructing such a wide gauge were high, and it was decided to replace it with a less costly gauge of 4 foot 8.5 inches, which of course is the standard gauge today. The railway between Kidwelly and Carmarthen was originally planned to go inland. This was the shortest and the preferred route by Brunel, but because of the opposition by certain influential landowners, it was abandoned. Consequently, Brunel was forced to construct this section of track on the coastal fringe of Carmarthen Bay. Kidwelly station was opened with pomp and ceremony. There was a procession through the town, led by the local brass band. Speeches were made by local dignitaries, and invited guests partook of tea with the mayor. Despite all the initial mistrust, the railways soon established itself as an improved major way of communication for industry, commerce and agriculture, as well as carrying passengers. But the intriguing question about what effects the railways had on the economy of Kidwellian district was one of what might have been had certain railway schemes involving Kidwelly actually come to fruition. In the mid-1860s, plans were drawn up to link Kidwelly by another railway, called the Lime Line. This was to join up with the proposed Carmarthen and Cardigan Railway at Carmarthen. By this route, lime from Mynyddegarreg's lime quarries and coal from the Gwendraeth Valley would be within easy reach of this proposed line. The line was planned to go from Mynyddegarreg through Llechdwni and on to the Van quarries near Mainciau, continue to the Mansell Arms near Porthryd, and then head towards Carmarthen. To the north of the sidings here at Mynyddegarreg, the Kidwelly end of this venture started. A few kilometres of embankments and cuttings were constructed between Mynyddegarreg and Llechdwni Farm. Today, the only visible evidence that such a grand scheme ever commenced is here at Gletwyn Farm. And here it is, this stone bridge, which was to carry the Lime Line, stands as the only surviving monument to the railway that never was. It was abandoned, so it is said, because of the company's financial problems. During the golden age of steam, locomotives of the Castle class were a familiar sight on the South Wales railways. In fact, one such locomotive was named after Kidwelly and its impressive castle. And here at the Town Council's exhibition room, the original nameplate of that locomotive is preserved and is proudly displayed along with the locomotive's photograph. In its 150 years of history, through war and peacetime, Kidwelly Station has witnessed many happenings and events. On the 21st of April 2003, an unusual event took place. The Union of South Africa's steam locomotive, sister to the famous Mallard, was seen for the first time ever racing along the West Wales coastline. En route to Carmarthen, and witnessed by many, it thundered through Kidwelly Station at full steam.